Yeah, I'm just lost for words. Hi everyone, in this video we're gonna feature our new Decagon Hearts and Arrows diamond. It is our new generation diamond cut, part of our white series collection. And later towards at the end of the video, we're gonna feature a very special guest who is gonna join us to talk more about the Decagon. Alright, I have these three diamonds on my hand. I don't think I really need to say much to know which one is our new super ideal cut Decagon diamond. It's part of our white series collection. Let's start off with some soft spotlight over here. It's been a long time since I've seen something new that is totally on a whole new level. To be honest, this is not the first time I saw this. We have had this prototype for a while now, and this is actually the very first piece that was cut. Now, if you guessed right, the diamond on the left is our higher standard super ideal cut 57 faceted round with 8 hearts and arrows. And in the middle, we have the Decagon 10 hearts and arrows, the new generation of super ideal cut, which is the launch of our white series, a 111 faceted 10 hearts and arrows diamond. I don't really know what to say, but most high faceted diamonds don't usually have the combination of both large, medium and small flashes entirely throughout the diamond. You won't even find a blank spot at any area or at any tilt in the diamond. Now, this has been 7 years in the making. Oh yeah, by the way, the one on the right is the typical steep deep cut GIA triple excellent diamond that you can get generically from almost anywhere. In fact, many vendors has been calling these type of diamonds ideal cuts these days just because, you know, the GIA certificate says it's the best. What I'm going to do now is to show you these three diamonds on my finger. And sorry, please ignore my finger hair. Now I'm going to tilt the diamond at 10 to 20 degrees tilt, which is typically how you're going to be looking at your diamond most of the time. This is the so-called industry term of ideal cut these days. And because it has a steep crown angle of 35.5 degrees, it actually gives a pretty good amount of fire if you notice. The only thing lacking on is that the center table does not light up. And if you have lots of darkness at tilted angles, but still, if you have nothing to compare this with, you won't know what you're actually paying for. And here we got our famous super ideal cut, where you can see all the beautiful, bold, colorful flashes flaring up. This, of course, is the strictest of all our super ideal cut standards. This is as good as it gets for the 57 faceted rounds in terms of optical performance and symmetry, and even optimizing every major and minor facets. Picture perfect A-sets and hearts. And finally, the star of the video, yep, the Decagon. So when is the last time you've seen a high faceted diamond that performs like that? Most of the time, it's very tiny flashes of pinpoints all around. Have you ever seen a diamond that has the best combination of the best of both worlds? Now this is the epitome of edge-to-edge fire and scintillation. By the way, my finger is an Asian size 14, which is equivalent to a US size 7. And this Decagon is only a 0.4 carat. Even though the diamond is to the smaller size, who said you cannot catch anyone's attention? If you notice, no matter how I tilt the diamond, every facet flares up and lights up. This is how the Decagon was engineered to be, to receive light at the faintest of all angles. Now when I put all these three diamonds together, now you know how cut actually really does matter. This is something that you cannot even tell through the ASAT scope. If you notice, they all have optimal light return under the ASAT between the super ideal cut and Decagon. The heat shade doesn't even apply either. So how did we actually break these boundaries? Someone here will be later answering these questions for you. So if you thought that a normal triple excellent and a super ideal cut round has so much of a difference, the entire wide series line, including the Decagon, will blow your mind away. I'm already staring at this and yeah, I'm just lost for words. You know, I thought I was going to need to explain, but I'll just let the video do the talking this time round. Now here are the 3 diamonds outdoors under a cloudy day. Not so strong amount of sunlight today, but you still do see and you can tell the brightness of these 3 diamonds. When I move them back and forth, you can see the Decagon being extremely bright even compared to the super ideal cut round. Now this is the problem when buying online or buying based on the certificate that says GIA Triple Excellent and it sounds like a good deal. Or walking into a jewelry store with lots of halogen lights. The diamond on the left now reveals its true appearance, more or less its flaws. It's the areas that you see that looks hollow or see through the diamond. And mind you, under the hearts and arrows scope, this is actually a hearts and arrows diamond that most jewelers would say is a hearts and arrows. Especially when you go into a jewelry store and look through the scope, you don't exactly know what to look out for. Now in terms of the Decagon in the center, as you can see, it is returning light extremely well. Even as I tilt the diamond up and down, it's still extremely bright and white. All 10 arrows are contributing to the overall brilliance. But basically, you won't see any dead zones in the diamond or whatsoever, even at tilted angles. As you can see, the table is extremely bright and the entire diamond, including the girdles, or basically the entire diamond, is extremely bright and scintillating. Obviously, I'm not going to talk bad things about the super ideal cut, but the super ideal cut is still the top of the line of the round 57 facets. But just for comparison's sake, my goodness, the brightness of the Decagon is out of this world. And once again, for comparison on my hairy fingers, I'm so sorry, you can visualize more or less how a 0.4 carat looks like. I'm tilting this to almost extreme angles as I want to show you a diamond is never meant to be static. You will never look at a diamond frozen at a 90 degrees angle. It's always moving, and this is what we took into consideration when designing the Decagon. It's to perform at every angle when you're wearing a ring, to give the highest of light return no matter how you're looking at it. When we're talking about edge-to-edge brilliance, this is what I mean when everything flares up. Honestly, I'm quite lost for words. As you can see, there is barely any light on my fingers at all. In fact, it's very cloudy right now and it just rained over here in Singapore. So I'm going to bring the diamonds under the GIA diamond dock to see it under a diffused light and show you guys how it looks like on my finger. And for those who don't know, diffused lights are basically white lights such as office lighting environment or basically fluorescent light, or on a really cloudy day. This is where you get to see the overall patterning of the diamond and overall brilliance. So here you go. You can see those 10 beautiful distinct arrows. And once again, remember guys, this is a 0.4 carat diamond only and my finger size is a US 7. Now this is brightness on an extreme level. When we talk about edge-to-edge brilliance, you can see how well distributed those gray areas, white areas, contrasted areas are. Every contrast patterning in the diamond was purely designed to be alternated and evenly spaced out, not to only perform in spotlight conditions, but take brightness to a whole new level. When you have a diamond this bright, it really takes the attention to the wearer, and in fact it actually makes the diamond look much more attractive than an oversized dull diamond. As you can see, I've orientated the Decagon tip to tip, which is one way to wear it. Now in the other style, which is my personal favorite, hold on, let me reorientate it. And this is the other way to orientate it to a flat top. Honestly, this is my personal favorite. Now, the uniqueness of the Decagon is not only by its shape, but its characteristics of its light performance and overall look to it, to express yourself the way you want to. To take note again, the Decagon in the center is an E color, while the Super Ideal Cut on the left is a D color. The normal GIA Triple Excellent Diamond on the far most right is an E color as well. At this point of filming, our first shipment of Decagons actually just came in, but they are already sold out. So I can't show them in this video, I apologize. But in the next videos, when the next new shipment arrives, I will compare a G color Decagon and a D color Super Ideal Cut. I have already seen the both myself, and the G color Decagon still looks brighter than the D color Super Ideal Cut. This is really due to the extreme light return that the Decagon produces to mask its true body color. And what this actually means is that you can actually get away with a lower color for the Decagon, as it will still remain very bright and white. As I'm rocking it back and forth, you can see that the brightness of the Decagon remains intensely bright. There is no overclustering that most high-faceted diamonds suffer from. This is by redesigning the star facets and strictly controlling the lower girdle lengths. It's always been a challenge for modified cuts to exceed the higher standards of the 57 facets round in terms of both brilliance, fire and scintillation. There's a reason why my colleague Paul, who designed the entire White Series collection, calls this the King of Cuts. Now I'm going to show you under LED lights under the GIA diamond dot of the same 3 diamonds. This is under the JMax and usually how we evaluate the diamond in absorbing light at different angles. So what's happening here is the light source is moving up and down to shine on the diamond at all angles to measure how well the diamond is basically returning light at which facet and how it looks like. Now, diamonds that are cut poorly around the edges will look like the diamond on the left, where the entire edges do not light up no matter what angle the light is shining on. And this makes the diamond actually look smaller on almost every lighting condition. Now, enough about the bad triple excellent. This is a Decagon release video, so back to it. You'll notice that from the highest view, not only do all 10 arrows of the Decagon flares up, we have the edges all lighting up as well at a very mesmerizing light display alongside with all 10 arrows. And this can only be achieved due to its 10 unique cut corners. Now, if you notice that as the light source gets lowered, most high-faceted modified cuts simply display very small, tiny rainbow flashes of fire, and it's very scintillating. But this one, the Decagon, has a combination of large, medium and small fires on every single facet of the diamond. I'm going to place the Decagon on my finger again under the same lighting condition. Now look at that! If you have followed and watched our education videos, you have learned the basic of using the ASET tool, the proportions, hues, colors, optical symmetry, clarity, and a lot of other stuff. But due to the complexity of how the Decagon came about, there's actually a lot of science behind this, and it can't just be covered in one video. But for those who are interested to learn more about how it came about, you can continue to watch this video where I invited Paul to share with us more insights about the technical science behind the Decagon, because it's way more than just the ASET proportions and symmetry. But as this video is getting way too long, I'm gonna split this video into a second part. But there you go, guys! This is the Decagon 10 Hearts and Arrows, the first release of the White Series collection. And once again, it's probably been 6 years since I've been so excited about showcasing something this groundbreaking and breathtaking. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and stay tuned for part 2 with Paul.